Right then people, I've just wrapped up today's transfer video, and as I was doing that, Eddie Howe exclusive is just dropped on Sky Sports. So I'm going to go through what he said there first, and then I'll play what I've already recorded there for today's transfer video. But Eddie Howe has gave his unwavering support to stay at Newcastle United. Knew it, man, told you, he doesn't want the England job. Happy at the mags. Let's see exactly what he said, because I haven't even read this yet myself, apart from the first little sentence. So let's go into it now. Eddie Howe says his commitment to Newcastle is unwavering and he wants to bring long-term success to the club. England is not important at all. It's all about Newcastle. I feel passionately about bringing success here long-term. Get in there. See you later, England. See you later, FA. Go get Graham Potter. Eddie Howe is the Toon gaffer. He's going nowhere, man. I told you, this bloke's here for the next 10 years and he, unlike England, will bring a trophy home. Telling you that right now. So we all knew that Howe was very high up on the FA's shortlist to replace Southgate, as Sky Sports are saying here. But over in the Germany training camp, Eddie Howe has sat down with the media and he has said this. It's been a strange one for me because I've been absolutely cut off from it. Fortunately, I'm out here in Germany, so it's only through a mobile phone or someone telling me something that you hear about it. As long as I have certain things for me, as in I am happy and I'm allowed to work in the way I need to work in order to get the best out of me, and I feel supported, then that will never change. Basically saying he's completely committed to Newcastle there, as long as he's backed by the board, supported by the staff, the fans and the players. So, big statement that, saying, you know, as long as he's allowed to work in his way. The rumours were circulating because we all know the reshuffle behind the scenes. Staveley Gadusi gone, Mitchell Bunce brought in. How's that going to work? Is Howe happy with that? Well, he's saying there, you know, I still need to be happy, I need to be allowed to work in my way, then I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. He wants to feel supported, and being that Newcastle will never change if that's the case. There's been so much change that we need a period of time to know how we're all going to work and set the boundaries. It's for the benefit of Newcastle, not for the benefit of me, because the club's the most important thing in all of this. England is not important at all. It's all about Newcastle United Football Club. I'm so proud to be the manager. I've loved every single second of managing the club since I've been here. I feel passionately about bringing success here long term. I feel I have such a special relationship with the Newcastle fans. I can't thank them enough for how they've welcomed me to the football club, how they have then supported the football club and me in good and bad moments. I'm fiercely determined to win a trophy for them. I hope we're able to achieve our objectives together. Me and you too, Eddie. Me and you both, mate. And everyone else in the Toon is backing you as well, man. We believe, I hope, that Eddie Howe's the one that gets a trophy back to Tyneside. Asked if he is flattered to be linked to the England job, Howe said this. I am patriotic. I do love my country. I do want England to win and be successful. And my feeling this summer was that I hoped Gareth could win the Euros. We had two players, Trippier and Gordon, involved in that. Well, Gordon wasn't involved, was he? 4 bloody minutes. Speaking to them on a regular basis, my thoughts were with them and Gareth, and I hoped that they did it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that and feeling that way. Whenever you're linked with another job, I've had it before in my career, it's always a positive because it means you're hopefully doing well with your club that you're working for. But my only priority and thought has ever been Newcastle United. Nothing will ever unsettle me from my job. That's always been the way I work. I'm very tunnel vision. I have been all summer and will continue to be. There we go then. That's just a quick one for you. You can enjoy the rest of the transfer video and let me know your thoughts in the comments. But Eddie Howe, staying at the Toon, CFA, not interested, at the mags to win a trophy and get this club back to where it belongs. Get in there. How's that for a happy Friday? Right, I'm going to put in now the video I'd already just recorded before this one. Subscribe to the channel. See you later. Hello everyone, happy Friday and welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. I say happy Friday, apparently the world's ending. I've been playing golf all day, come off the golf course, we're going to the bar, and then everyone's having a panic, everyone's having a fit. The bartender goes, oh, cash only mine lads. I'm like, yeah, why? You know, everyone's telling me not to use cash these days, I never carry cash anymore. And he says, oh, you've not seen the news? No, I haven't seen the news, mate. Funny enough, I've been walking around a golf course for 4 hours, yeah, in the middle of the bloody woods, in the middle of nowhere. Haven't quite had the signal or checked my phone to check this mad news IT outage that's been going on. So he's like, oh, I mate, everything's down. Planes are stopping in the sky. Trains are stuck on the tracks. Banks, GPs, everything's falling to pieces. I was like, mate, I just really could do with a fresh paint, to be honest with you. Nice ice cold paint is all I wanted. Not all this end of the world stuff. And the other blokes coming in, this old bloke said, this is it, like, it's it, you know what I mean? First Trump and then this, eh? Oh, something's going on. Madness. Absolute madness. Anyways, I hope everyone is alright and, cracking on. After loads of people having loads of problems, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I've had enough problems in the bunkers today in double bogies. That's been my problems. But I thought I'd come back here on this video to bring you the latest transfer news that came out this morning. I did have signal and internet to post the link to Todibo earlier on before we teed off, before the world started giving hour. Yeah? God almighty, who knows what's going on here. Anyways, it's funny because Sky Sports News, everyone was down. There was no live TV. I only just found that out half an hour ago. It's now 3:30. Madness. But anyways, let's show things are getting back on track. And everyone can enjoy some pints and internet soon, whatever's going on. But anyways, the point of this video is more transfer news to end the week. And Newcastle United are hijacking the move for Jean-Clair Todibo. The Nice defender, the French defender, is hot property. And now it looks like a bidding war is going to ensue between quite a few clubs. It was on Sky Sports the other day, before everything went to shit and everything was crashing, that he had agreed a deal to go to West Ham. Well, saying that, West Ham had agreed a deal with his club, Nice. Todibo doesn't want it, doesn't fancy it. I think this is a bargain move as well, by the way, and this is probably going to drive the price up now. But West Ham had agreed a £28 million, just over €30 million deal for Nice's defender, Jean-Clair Todibo. However, he was a bit stoned on it. He was like, see, me and my light's having a fit. The world is ending. Strap yourselves in, people. Judgment Day, Armageddon, Terminators, everywhere. So, yeah, Nice had agreed the fee. West Ham were happy. Todibo wasn't. He was holding out for a move to Juventus. And then Juventus agreed a personal terms package with the defender. However, they won't pay the 30-odd million that Nice want. Now that they know West Ham have paid it, they're saying, well, you're going to have to match that. If you want him, you're going to have to match it. Otherwise, we'll just wait for him to go to West Ham. So it's all up in the air. Obviously, before all this, last month, 2 months ago, he was meant to be going to Manchester United, but because they're both owned by Ineos, Manchester United and Nice, and they're both going to play in the Europa League next season, it's actually backfired on Man U. Stealing our European position has backfired on them by not being able to sign Todibo, and then they went on to spend 50-odd million on that 18-year-old Euro, or whatever he's called. So, it's been up in the air. His future has been there, but Nice need the money. Nice want to sell. Todibo wants to move. The 24-year-old who actually played at St. James's Park last year in the Seller Cup. He's had 2 appearances for France, the senior team. He's played at their youth levels throughout his career as well. Remember, he did start off a few years ago at Barcelona. He was there for 2 years, only made 4 appearances there. Couple of loan spells for him at the likes of Schalke, and then Nice, also Benfica in there, but it was Nice where he hit it off. They signed him permanently for £8.5 million a couple of years back. He's went on to make 100 appearances, scoring 1 goal for the French League 1 outfit. And now he is on the move again. The 24-year-old French centre-back will be leaving Nice this summer, but to who? Well, HITC, which, again, I was hoping more sources would come, and more sources have came out with it, but again, it's more newspapers and stuff. We're hearing nothing from Sky, The Athletic, any of those type of places, BBC, so take it with a pinch of salt. But obviously Newcastle are in the market for a defender. HITC are saying that talks have been happening this week by new Director of Football Paul Mitchell at the Magpies with Nice to sign Todibo. So it could well be one of his targets. Listen, he was rumoured to go to Man U, only Paul Mitchell. He turned them down, thankfully. And I'm sure he's on the list. Todibo is one of the hottest defenders in Europe. The hottest property. Everyone wants him. Everyone's looking at him. Everyone's eyeing him up. He's the one that people are looking at centre-back wise, and Newcastle have now joined that race. We have been linked with him in the past as well, by the way, and I was on that Irish Mags podcast the other week saying Todibo's one to watch. Todibo could be the guy, do you know what I mean? Even though I thought it would be Chow, and it might still be him from AC Milan. But with this one, if you believe HITC and now several other reports, Newcastle are in talks with Nice. They are ongoing to sign the defender. There won't be a problem with Newcastle matching that £29 million fee that West Ham have done. Not at all. They're willing to spend that and more on their centre-back, their new priority centre-back. With Shaw, aging, Botman and Lascelles being out, we know that we need someone there to partner Sven Botman at the back. So you've got that centre-back issue. We know that in the right wing is where Newcastle are really focusing on for the remainder of this window. Eddie Howe would ideally like a player or two in before that trip to Japan in less than 2 weeks' time. I think that will be the case. And if you believe in these sources, talks are happening for Nice's Todibo. I would love it. I think he's a quality player. Although, I am always a bit wary of signing French defenders after Jean-Alain Boumsong. Oh, Boumsong. Remember, we paid £8.5 million for him 20 years ago, whenever it was. Now, that was a lot of money. He was highly rated, and he was a highly massive flop. That's what he was, a highly massive floppy. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Don't want to hear Boumsong. So, Todibo will be another one where, listen, he is regarded as one of the best young defenders in Europe, as I've said. 24, solid player, comfortable with the ball, fast, strong in the attack as well, in terms of headering things away. He's a really, really solid defender. And yeah, Todibo could be coming to the Toon. We'll wait and see on that one. He wants to join Juventus over West Ham. Maybe he just wants to play in black and white and he wants to come up north instead. We'll wait and see. West Ham are the only team that are making moves in this transfer market. Really are. You know, West Ham are flying with it. Signing people left, right and centre. Wan-Bissaka, this one, that one. So, yeah, they're the one making moves. They're the one putting offers in. We'll see what Todibo decides and if Newcastle match the fee and the player. Maybe he's asking for a lot of wages and stuff as well. So, keep your eyes on Todibo. But centre-back will surely be heading to St James's this summer. In other news, Everton's takeover has failed, so that has raised alarm bells amongst their fan base. I'm sure they'll be gutted, but amongst other fan bases as well, to buy their players, to steal them off them, because Everton's finances are ruined. So they need to sell, more so than they already did. Obviously, they sold a couple of players like Ben Godfrey before the PSR deadline. They don't want another points deduction. They are skint. Onana's looking to go to Aston Villa for 50 million. Great signing for them, that, the midfielder, the Belgian. Newcastle have obviously been linked with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. In the window, we know that talks were going on with him. It was looking very likely at one stage, but it fell through because of the Mint not going the other way and whatnot. However, at the time, Everton wanted 30-odd million for him. 30-odd million for an injury-prone striker was a bit mad, who, you know, has been hit and miss for the last couple of years, was obviously great a few years ago, hasn't been in the best of form since then, injury-wise as well, but even his goals have dried up. I think he's still like 28, something like late 20s, so you've still got something in him. The hope was maybe Eddie Howe could get something out of him. I didn't like the idea of swapping Calvert-Lewin for Callum Wilson, because they're both just injury-prone forwards. I think Wilson's actually better. He's more clinical. But I will say this, right? If Calvert-Lewin is available on a cut price deal, so you can cut that 30-odd million in half, get him for about 15, I think that would be alright. I wouldn't mind Calvert-Lewin for 15 million. 20 million max, even then I'd be a bit, oh. But Calvert-Lewin is the third choice striker. If you're going to keep Wilson, I'd be sound with that. Sound with it. But I don't really want him to be relied upon or paying more money than that. And now Everton may need to accept lower fees because they are knackered, cash strapped. So they are going to have to sell this summer. So other players you could look out for is obviously Jared Branthwaite as well. Man U wanted him before they went for that Euro because they had £45 million bid turned down, I think it was. Everton are holding out for 70 million, which is a lot of money, man. I know he's young and he's English and the tax on that, but that's bonkers. Right? I love Branthwaite, even though Isak turned him inside out. I think Branthwaite's a quality defender. He will be England's centre-back for many years, and he could be ours for many years. I suppose if you push the boat out and you sign a Branthwaite, well then you could look towards sorted. That's your centre-back pair for the next 10 years, Botman and Branthwaite. B&B, bed and breakfast job. So, yeah, that would be great, but 70 million is a lot. The wages would probably be high. Probably can't see we're doing that. Maybe Everton end up accepting towards 50 million for him. Jared Branthwaite would be great. I would love him. I think Eddie Howe would develop him so well. But at the same time, there's cheaper options abroad, like a Todibo for 30, you know, or some other players like Chow as well from AC for 30. So, Branthwaite, I would be surprised if it happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if it leaves. Someone else will probably snap him up. Just realised that video will then probably end abruptly on the transfer thing, so to round things up, thanks for watching, people. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe to my channel TV, and enjoy yourself.